Welcome to a new video from LatestStudyIQ, a journey that spans from the rugged outback of Australia to the serene forests of Canada. Today we're diving into a friendly face-off between two awesome countries, Australia and Canada. Both nations have their unique charm and distinct characteristics that make them stand out on the global stage. Both known for stunning landscapes, friendly people most of the time, and a healthy dose of outdoor living. Whether it's catching waves on an Australian beach or hiking through the majestic Canadian Rockies, there's no shortage of adventure. But which one comes out on top? Is it the land of kangaroos and koalas, or the home of moose and maple syrup? Is Australia really a better country than Canada, or does Canada hold the upper hand with its breathtaking autumn foliage and winter wonderlands? It's a question that sparks debates hotter than a Barbie in the outback. From sizzling BBQs under the Australian sun to thrilling ice hockey matches in Canadian arenas, the competition is fierce. We're talking about two nations with high living standards, universal healthcare, and a love for, well, let's just say they both appreciate a cold one after a long day, whether it's a frosty beer at an Aussie pub or a hot chocolate after ice skating in Canada. Both cultures know how to unwind. We'll be your guide through this epic showdown, comparing everything from income and expenses to happiness levels and those all-important bragging rights. We'll delve into the heart of what makes each country tick and why their citizens are so proud. So, grab a Tim Hortons coffee or a flat white and let's get this party started. Whether you're a fan of maple syrup or shrimp on the Barbie, there's something here for everyone. All right, let's talk money. It's time to dive into the world of dollars and cents and see how our friends down under and up north are faring. In the land of Oz, the average worker bee pockets around 69,000 Aussie dollars per year. That's a decent chunk of change, enough to keep the Barbie sizzling and the surfboards waxed. Meanwhile, up in the Great White North, Canadians rake in an average of 59,000 Canadian dollars annually. Not too shabby, eh? Enough to keep the maple syrup flowing and the hockey skates sharp. Now, before you Aussies start doing your victory dance, remember the exchange rate. The value of money can shift like the tides. Converting those dollars makes things a bit closer. When you factor in the exchange rate, the gap narrows and the financial picture becomes a bit more balanced. But hey, money isn't everything, right? There are other factors to consider, like quality of life, healthcare, and the great outdoors. Unless you're trying to buy a house in Sydney, then it kind of is. Real estate prices can be a real game changer, making that salary stretch a bit thinner.
Both Australia and Canada have competitive salaries. But don't forget to consider the cost of living and the exchange rates. These factors can significantly impact your purchasing power and overall financial well-being. It all balances out in the end, making the financial aspect a bit of a draw between the two. So whether you're in the sunburnt country or the land of the maple leaf, it's all about finding the right balance for you.
Let's face it, living the good life ain't free, whether you're dodging venomous spiders in Australia or shoveling snow in Canada. Housing is a biggie, and boy, can it make your wallet cry. Sydney and Vancouver are notorious for eye-watering rents and property prices. Think along the lines of, selling a kidney, it might be cheaper, kind of expensive, but hey, at least you'll have a sweet view while you're eating ramen noodles, right?
Groceries? Expect to spend a bit more down under, but at least you're closer to those delicious Aussie wines to drown your sorrows. Overall, both countries can be pricey, so start saving those pennies or cents.
All right, enough about the doom and gloom of finances. Let's talk about what really matters, the good life. Both Australia and Canada boast top-notch healthcare systems. No need to win the lottery to afford a doctor's visit. Education is also a priority in both countries, so your kids can grow up to be, well, hopefully not talk show hosts, but hey, no pressure.
When it comes to safety, Canada often takes the cake, with a lower crime rate than Australia. But hey, at least in Australia, you can blame any crime on a drop bear. Section 5. Happy as a Canadian in Australia, Happiness Index Insights.
Time to break out the smiles, or should we say smizes, because we're talking about happiness.
The World Happiness Report consistently ranks both countries high up in the joy department.
Canada usually edges out Australia by a hair, but let's be real, both are basically winning at life.
Maybe it's the fresh air, the friendly faces, or the abundance of natural beauty.
Or maybe it's the fact that neither country has to deal with, well, you know, let's just say they're both happy to be far away from certain other places.
Section 6. Healthcare, Education, and Safety. Oh my.
Okay, let's get serious for a minute. Just a minute, promise?
Healthcare is a big deal, and both countries have got you covered, literally.
Both systems have their pros and cons, but let's just say you won't go broke if you break a leg. Unless you're skiing like a maniac in Whistler, then all bets are off.
Education is another area where both countries shine.
From kindergarten to university, you'll find quality institutions down under and up north.
And when it comes to safety, both countries are relatively peaceful and secure.
Just watch out for those drop bears in Oz and overly polite moose in Canada.
Section 7. To roo or to moose, that is the question.
So you're probably wondering which country is right for me.
Well, my friend, that's the million-dollar question. Or should I say, the million-dollar loony question.
If you're all about that laid-back beach life, warm weather, and don't mind sharing your space with some of the world's deadliest creatures, Australia might be calling your name.
But if you prefer snowy mountains, cozy winters, and saying sorry at least 50 times a day, Canada could be your perfect match.
Section 8. So, who wins the great Maple-Roo debate? Drum roll, please. This is a question that has sparked countless discussions and friendly arguments across the globe. And the winner is... it's a tie. Yes, you heard that right. Both countries have their unique charm and appeal that make them equally amazing. Cue the confetti and disappointed groans. But let's dive deeper into why this is the case. Look, it's impossible to declare a clear winner in this epic battle of awesomeness. Both nations have vibrant cities, stunning landscapes, and rich cultures that are hard to beat. Both Australia and Canada have so much to offer, it really boils down to personal preference. Do you prefer the rugged outback or the majestic Rockies, the bustling streets of Sydney or the multicultural vibe of Toronto? Do you want to live in a country where you can wear flip-flops year-round or one where you can build a snowman in your backyard? Imagine the endless beach days or the cozy winter nights by the fireplace. At the end of the day, both countries are pretty darn great. From the delicious wines of Australia's vineyards to the sweet maple syrup of Canada, there's something for everyone. So whether you choose the land of the kangaroo or the home of the moose, you're in for one heck of an adventure. Each country offers unique wildlife and breathtaking natural beauty. Just promise you'll invite me to your housewarming party, eh? Because no matter where you end up, it's the people and the experiences that truly make a place special.